and I don't think that's much to be proud of. They've lost more than they'll ever gain for the rest of their life.
I wanted them. And I remember I was sitting like at the base of the hill, and I was on one of the tanks, and I had an M16, I had stacks of magazines, and there were two guys, you know, that were going through like some grass, and bam, I dinged in on one of them, and I nailed him, you know, and the Aussie with me confirmed, you know, that I dinged him. And I felt good, and I wanted more. And it wasn't that I wanted more for politics or anything like that, no, you know. I couldn't have cared if they were whatever. I just wanted them because they were the opposition, they were the enemy.
Stinking little savages. Wipe them out, I say. Wipe them out. Wipe them off the face of the earth.
Will we ever understand these Eastern races?
Hit me, Poon, soon.
You hideous yellow monster.
I wanted to go out and kill some gooks, you know. I really, I don't know, I guess I had been totally brainwashed because I could remember when people used to call me blanket ass or chief, and they still did, you know. I think my name was Ira Hayes in boot camp, either Ira Hayes or Squaw, depending on what type of mood the drill instructor was in. But there I was, you know, saying I want to go kill some gooks, you know.
They were instructed to remove the eyes of the individual and place them in the hole in the middle of the back. And that would say to the Vietnamese, you have to understand that whoever did that was ubiquitous. In other words, the eye being the symbol of ubiquity, or of all present, all powerfulness on the part of the Saigon government, which is an easy message for the local villagers to get. In fact, the American advisors didn't have that much of a stomach for the thing, so they used to use CBS logos, you know, the eye of CBS, and they would kill the individual, and then they would leave him with a kind of a calling card on him. At one point I was invited to go along on an airborne interrogation in a helicopter with the Marines northwest of Da Nang, and they took along two Vietnamese. And one was already reduced by beatings with a rubber hose and some other methods of beating and torture, to the point where he couldn't talk, he couldn't respond. And as an example to the one they wanted to question, they would say, if you don't tell us what we want to know, we're going to throw you out of the helicopter. And he couldn't respond. He didn't understand. They were using pidgin Vietnamese, which he didn't understand. It was more English than Vietnamese. They'd run him up to the helicopter. Two hefty EM were along, and they would take him by each elbow, and they'd run him up to the door of the helicopter. And they did this 3 or 4 times, and he was reduced to whimpering.